Hey there, today I'll be showing you how to draw Deoxys from Pokemon. So we're going to start at the top of the head with the eyes. So on the left side we're going to draw an angled line from top to bottom coming inwards, and then from that top point we're going to go out in an angled line, going out to the edge of the eye, and then from this point we're going to connect to the inside with a curve. Coming right in. In the center here we're just going to draw the iris, so just drawing a circle. And then we'll draw a little tiny dot right in the center for the pupil. Let's go ahead and color the inside area in black. And we're going to draw the exact same thing, just flipped over on the right side. So starting with the inside edge first, angled line, and then going up along the top to the outside of the eye, connecting those 2 points with a curve. And then we're going to draw the iris, so a circle in the middle, and then a point for the pupil, and coloring everything else in black. Now in the center between each eye, we're going to draw in this little strip. So from the top, right here, we're going to draw a little point. Coming down to the chin, we're going to draw a point here. We're going to connect those 2 points with a curve going out to the left. And then going back to the top, we're going to curve down towards the right side. So it creates this little sort of curved strip down the middle of the face. Above each eye, we're going to start on the left side, we're going to curve up above that strip and then back down on the right side. Now we're going to come back down to that same point at the bottom right here. So from the left side, underneath the eye, curve in towards that point, and then we're going to go straight up on the right side. So it creates this little curve towards the point in the chin. Let's go ahead and draw the rest of the head. So from this chin, we curve up and sort of taper out towards the side of the head. So up here we'll curve out. Now we're going to draw a straight line across the jaw. Go ahead and do the same thing on the right side. So curving up along the jaw, straight line across. Now from here we're going to go straight up along the side of the head. So going straight up on either side. Now we're going to connect those 2 points with a curve coming up to a little point at the top. So up here we're going to leave a little space, drawing a little point. Now I'm going to take this point on the left and curve right up to the top of the head, to that point. We'll come down on the right side with a curve. Now we're going to draw the little panels that stick out on the side of the head. Starting on the left side, we're going to draw a straight line from this point here down towards the left side. So it's got a little bit of an angle. Let's go ahead and draw the bottom line. So this one's going to be angled upwards. So starting at the same line here, a straight line, and then we'll connect these 2 points with a straight line down. Do the same thing on the right side. So coming down at an angle on the right side, making sure that they're the same length from left to right, going up from the bottom, and then a straight line down. We're going to draw these 2 little light strips inside. So right in the middle here, draw a straight line across, draw 2 short lines going down on either end, and then a straight line across to connect it. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So let's get down to the body. So let's start with the neck. So just below the chin right here, I'm going to draw a curve going up, left to right in the center. This is the little pocket for the neck. And then inside here, from the left side, we're going to curve in on the left and on the right and just tuck that in underneath that line. On either side, we're going to draw the collar. So from this point where the neck reaches the head, I'm just going to curve down and out on the left and on the right side. And then we'll draw on the shoulder. So we're going to do a slight overlap here and draw a curve going towards the outside of the shoulders. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to come down on the shoulders on both sides. So from here, we're going to curve down and out. So bowing out on the left and on the right. And then from here, let's do 2 angled lines coming in. Come in towards the waist. 2 straight lines coming down on either end. And then we'll finish this off by drawing a curve that connects the left and right side. Going down in the middle and then back up. In here, we're going to draw the little crystal. So the little pocket that goes, the crystal sits inside. So up here, we're going to draw a big circle, starting from the top, go to the bottom, leaving a space along the bottom towards the waist, up to the top. Now we're going to draw a smaller circle inside here for the crystal. So starting again at the top, coming down to the bottom, and back up to the top. Now let's draw some little separation lines all around the outside here. So starting from the middle, draw a straight line coming down, and then at the bottom we'll draw a straight line down here. We're going to draw a cross, so coming on the left side and going in, and then on the right side. Now we're going to draw these little angled lines. So in between here, we're going to split it in half with an angled line coming down on the bottom right, and bottom left, going up to the top right. Let's go ahead and draw on the waist. So the abdomen here, on the left side, we're going to come in a little bit and draw a curve going down, and it's going to bow inwards. On the right side, we'll do the same thing. So step in, draw a little narrow abdomen, connect those 2 points again with another curve going down and up. We'll draw some separation lines. So in the middle here, draw a line going down. On this side, on the left here, we're going to split this in half. So drawing a little curve like this. And same thing on the right side. Let's go into the hips. So there's these little hip flares that come out here, these little panels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the tops of the hips first. So from here, I'm going to curve out on left and right. Now this is where we intersect or overlap the hip flares. So up here, I'm going to draw a curve from top. I'm just going to hit that line, and then in the inside. We'll do the same thing on the right, making sure we're at the same height, and we come down to the same height on the bottom here. Now from here, on these two top points, I'm going to take this one on the left and just curve in behind that lower torso. The same thing on the right side. We're going to draw the outer perimeter. So up here, we're going to curve out on the left and right. Now we're going to draw these little sockets for the legs. From here on the top, we'll curve in and towards that point there. We're not going to close it off yet. Come in, giving a gap, and then from here to here, I'm just going to curve a line going in the opposite direction. The lower torso here, I'm just going to step up, draw a curve along the bottom like that. Let's get into the legs. So I'm going to start, there's these two curves that come down to the tips of the feet. I'm going to start with the inside first. So from this point in the socket, I'm going to curve to the bottom of the left foot. And I'm going to make this quite long. So right about here, and draw a curve coming down. Up here, from this part of the leg, I'm going to curve down as well and come down to almost a point. It's going to be a little rounded point here. So from up here, I'm going to curve, and as I'm coming down, I'm going to start to taper in, so it gets a little bit narrower, and I'm just going to round out the bottom. We're going to draw these little panels along the side. So up here, you can leave a little space at the top, curve out, and then back in towards the leg. Inside here, I'm just going to draw a little separation line. So I'm in the middle, I'm going to find the halfway point, draw a line. I'm going to draw a halfway point line here, and then halfway along here. If you want, you can draw a few more. So I'm just going to draw one more on either end. Let's go ahead and draw the same thing on the right side, just flipped over. Starting from the inside of the leg, we're going to curve down to the bottom of the leg. So curving down to right above there. Take this top point, I'm going to curve out. And again, just sort of tapering in as I get towards the bottom of the leg, and then just rounding out the bottom of the foot. I'm going to do that little side panel. So up here, curving around, and then into there. Again, I'm going to do the same little separation lines. I'm going to draw a line to separate this in half, separate the top in half, and then this bottom area, I'm going to split in half, and then this one, I'm just going to split in half up here, and at the top as well. Okay, so we've got the majority of the body. Let's get into the final part, are the arms. So he's got two tentacles on either side. I'm going to start with the one that overlaps on top, which is the bottom. So right here in the middle of this curve, I'm going to draw a little S curve down to the bottom of the tentacle. So going down and then out. Now all I need to do is just trace this, but leaving a little gap in between, but making it even. Just making sure it's consistently the same thickness all the way down to about there. And then I'm just going to round out the tip. Just connecting those 2 points with a rounded tip. Let's draw the second one. So up here, I'm going to leave a little gap at the top and go out. I'm just going to let this one tuck in behind this tentacle, and I'm going to continue in behind the leg here, and it's going to come around and just poke out here like that. Let's go back up to the top, and again, making the same thickness as this tentacle here. Just sort of trace all the way around, and just kind of follow this all the way along behind this leg. Come down here, and then just connect it by rounding out the tip. Let's do the same thing on this side. So again, starting with the bottom one, right in the middle of this curve, go out, curving down, then out, and then we're going to go back up to the top here and just trace this all the way down. So just following along with that curve all the way down to the bottom, and then rounding out the tip. And now I'm going to do the back one. So up here, curve out. And right about here, I'm just going to tuck this in behind this front tentacle, go behind the leg, and this is going to curve back out this way, out like that. Let's draw the bottom line. So again, we're just following along, tracing along with that line, in behind the first arm, behind the leg, and then down here, it's going to curve out, and round this out, just to connect it, and that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Deoxys from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please make sure you subscribe, and be sure to check out our Pokemon playlist. We have a ton of characters in there. We add more every week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.